Hi, I'm Peter Irving, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu Black Belt, former professional MMA fighter. I'm the head coach here at Itaipava Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and MMA in Newcastle upon Tyne. With me is my beautiful assistant Sam Robinson. He's a professional MMA fighter. He's just gone 2-0, 2 submission wins. So, I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about the guard, about the closed guard. A lot of the time when people come to me to take a lesson, and they'll say, oh, I'm having trouble passing the guard, or I'm having trouble opening the closed guard, particularly in No Gi where I have less handles. This causes a problem for people at every stage of their career. You know, of course, what that points to is that there's no easy solution for this. But before we start tackling passing the guard, let's talk about what the guard is. So here, the closed guard. This is one that people find real tricky for No Gi particularly. Here, the closed guard. How do we define the closed guard? Okay, so it's easy to think when you begin that the closed guard is the closed guard because the feet are crossed. But now let's take a look at this position. Okay, Sam opens his legs, recrosses his legs. What happened? What changed? Nothing. Sam's options were exactly the same. His options for sweeps, submissions, nothing changed. My behaviors that I need to adopt, my safety positions, nothing changed. So that can't be the definition of the closed guard. Now if Sam goes to attack an arm lock or a triangle or anything like that, at some point his legs are going to uncross and then cross again. And that was a closed guard attack. So that can't be the definition of the closed guard. So what is the definition here? It's to do with the position of Sam's knees. Sam's knees are behind my shoulder, both knees behind my shoulders here. This is a closed guard, and all my safety positions run down the sides of his body. If my hand creeps across, or my elbow creeps across that center line, the path to my back appears and the possibility for the arm lock appears. If my hand goes to the mat, the possibility for overhook, underhook, figure 4, all of these things appear. If my hand goes beyond the shoulder, there's the possibility for the violin. So these are my danger positions, and these here are my safety positions. In the armpit, in the biceps, beneath the ribs, on the hips. There's my safety positions. Now, if Sam's knees, both knees, come between my chest and his chest in whatever form, this is the open guard. Any material that passes through this position here, there's a very obvious danger. You can see there's a triangle, there's the potential for the arm lock. So here, my safety positions completely change. I need to abandon all of these safety positions and retract back to here, back to the first point of contact. Now, when I get into this position here, it's very easy to think, okay, well my job is to pass the guard. Okay, it seems like the obvious thing. What am I supposed to do here? Pass the guard. But you have to comprehend that in the absence of strikes, this man is holding all the offensive cards. Sam here, he can sweep me, he can submit me, but I can't do anything in return. If I was to attack Sam's neck, I'm offering him the possibility to attack my arm. If I attack his arm, I'm showing him the possibility of taking my back. I don't have any offensive options from inside the guard, bar striking. So in an MMA situation, it would broadly be considered that the man on the top is winning. In a jiu-jitsu situation, it would broadly be considered that the person on the bottom is winning. Okay, so let's talk about it from the perspective of jiu-jitsu first. Right now, I'm under attack. I have to consider myself, the castle, being under siege. So at this point here, I need what? Base and posture. These are the classic things that everybody should know. You go to your first jiu-jitsu lesson, you should be getting primed on base and posture, and I need my hands in safety position. Okay, from here, my base makes me difficult to sweep. My posture makes me difficult to attack with submission. Now, if I go to pass the guard now, his guard is still live. Okay, so I'm not immediately available for attack, but any action I make opens up the possibility of being attacked. This is what I have to be conscientious about. So my job then is not to pass the guard, but to create a stalemate. When I can control his guard, then I can consider passing his guard. There's many methods for unlocking the guard here, but it's a failure of the terminology. We'll talk about opening the guard. You've got opening the guard and open guard. What I need to do is open his guard without allowing him to establish an open guard. I go to pass his guard here. Now there, I've immediately allowed him to establish an open guard. what I need to do is prevent that. So here's a method that's a little bit niche, a little bit unique to my teacher, Cresio, where he dots a very, very low posture here, but blocks the arms. Okay, I can use a bicep tie. If I have the kimono, I can use an armpits grip that we call a Cresio grip. Now from here, pike up. I'm gonna walk up underneath and sit him up on the little chair. Okay, how's it feel there? Okay, so this is gonna go wrong a lot of times when you first start to try it. This isn't a technique that's gonna be immediately easy to use. Okay, now can you open your guard? There. You can't get to an open guard, right? You don't have the option to place your hooks. You can't get under my hips. Okay, now from here, now I can pressurize. I'll move here into this combat based position, further by the leg drop. Now here you'll notice, I haven't yet tried to pass this guard. I've made no effort to pass this guard. What I've done is control this guard. Do you have any offensive options from here? There's nothing for Sam to do. Okay, once I've achieved this position here, now I can access just my classic basic passes, the long step. A traditional pass, single underhook pass. Basics. Okay. So the power of that lies in the strength of this position, where I've denied him offense. Okay. So from here, got those basic passes, whatever your preferred pass is. What's likely to happen from here? Sam's going to try to replace his defenses. Okay. Likely bring in a knee shield. Okay. Very common response from this position here. So now there he's blocked my offense this way and this way. That's the purpose of the knee shield. Prevents a cut pass. Okay, so now here I need to adapt my shape. There. Okay, once I put a windscreen wiper onto his lower limb here, I've denied him the power of the shield. If I remain here, Sam pushes, he's affecting my balance. Now yes, of course, be aware that he's off from the other leg, but my shape was imperfect. So here now when he pushes, I switch. Okay, from this position here, now all I've got to do is beat the knee shield. When I roll my chest over here, I drive it down, and I can continue to pass. So, what's likely to happen from here? I'm trying to establish my cross face, and he blocks me here. He brings in the knee shield, starts to push. I switch to here. Now what's likely to happen is I try to come around the back, he's going to try to escape his hip and replace his guard. This is where I'm going to do. This is where I'm going to move to my next staging point. So here, this was the staging point for the pass. This was another staging point for an alternative pass. And I'll make the escape. Here, double leg. Really common in gi, no gi, MMA. Come straight off a double leg. It's a great position to stage your passes from, especially if you come from wrestling. It's a very familiar position, and there I can continue to pass. So what's important is not the pass that I'm using. This is what I'm driving at. Everybody's going to have their own preferred style of passes. Some passes are going to function well against a guy with a particular body type and not so well with another. So you're going to need a little variety of passes, but focusing on the pass is not really the key. Having one great pass that you've drilled to death, well, that's fantastic if you've met that person with the right body type and the right inclination to play into that. But if the guy plays an entirely different style, has an entirely different body type, that pass may fail. So you're going to need a little repertoire of passes, but what's more important than the pass is achieving the staging point. So this is just a little selection that I enjoy. Number one, bring in the shield. Number two, skip the hip. 3. I've got a pretty typical step over. Could be even a little bit from here. We keep using simple windscreen wiper passes and move up the body. So they're establishing the staging points. That's the important part. 2, 3. And these continue to recycle. Sound hip skip. 1, 2, come back. Push squat. So I'm going to continue to move through these various staging points until I successfully pass, until it gives me what I want. Okay, well, I hope that's given you some ideas for how to tackle a very, very complicated problem. If you'd like to know anything more about our club, you can follow us on Facebook, Itaipava Brazilian Jiu Jitsu and MMA, or me, Peter Itaipava BJJ Irving, or my Instagram, Newcastle MMA _BJJ. Or Sam here?
You can find me on Instagram at _samurai135MMA, and there's a link to my Facebook from there.
Thank you.